I've made a mistake.
I bet these people off the telly.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to our channel, Portugal on a shoestring.
Okay, back in the bathroom. We've got the bath is permanently fixed. We just need to, we'll put the tap on when we've done the tiling and connect the water up. The drain goes out and it's all been tiled in. So, that's great. That's all settled. What we want to do now is start thinking about tiling for the walls. We're going to start with the tiles for the shower area. Now, what we've done is we've already marked a line on the wall where the edge of the shower screen will go, you know, the glass block walls. So just taking a laser and marked a vertical line from the edge of the shower. That's nice and simple. We can tile up to that. The other issue is that we want the green or the bluey green tiles that are going to be in here. We want a panel to go all the way around the room as well. So to get that all nice and level, what we've done, we set the laser up on the tripod in the middle of the room, and we've thrown a laser line all the way around the room at the same height. And what I'll do, I'll go around with me spirit level and a felt pen, and I'll mark a line all the way around the room. That will be our line to work from. So we'll work down from it and up from it. So we'll have a nice even line and all the grout lines should match up. Yeah, we'll see. But that's the theory anyway. So now if we turn the laser light off, there we go. You can see we've got a line and that's marked all the way around the room. So that's the mark out. This is the line for the edge of the glass block. So we'll tile up to that line, and then we'll install the glass block, and then we'll seal should only be about 1/4 inch gap at most. Our next preparation job before tiling is to fit this under tile seal. An L-shaped profile, and you just cut it to length, put a mitre in the corner, and yeah, I'll just go on like that. It'll be silicone down, so it'll have a seal underneath, have silicone at the back, so it'll stick to the wall, and then the tiles will go over it like that. So any water that comes in will go down, run off and into the shower. As long as there's some silicone underneath this, it'll be completely watertight. Right, so here's a quick tip for you if you're cleaning up silicone. Don't worry about it too much. Obviously don't get tons of it on, you want a reasonable amount. But like here where you've got a little bit sticking out and a little bit here, all you do, I've got a spray bottle just filled with water. You can put a little bit of washing up liquid in if you want, but you don't need to. You want a fine spray, and you just give it a pass with that. Okay? Now what happens is, the silicone won't stick to water. So, lick your finger, and then just run your finger along and the silicone will just come away. And you'll be left with a nice neat line. And then just go over with a towel or a cloth or something like that. And that's it. You've got a nice tiny little line that fills the gap, but you haven't got it smeared all over the sides or anything like that. So, same with this one. Right, we'll start on tiling the shower area. To get the grout line to line up on that line, what we've done is we've subtracted the width of the tile plus the width of the grout line, and we've done that down to the bottom. And what we're going to do is put a narrower tile on the bottom, so that once you add that to the full tiles, it should end up within about an inch of this. It should be spot on, but yeah, you know. But we're going to just put these narrower tiles on first around the shower base, and then we'll start building up the full tiles to bring it up to height, and eventually we'll get right up to the ceiling. Alright, let's crack on. And now we've got up to this level, we've got these little shelf units to put in. They just slip behind. We've got another one here. So they're actually made for putting with suckers on the wall, but if you slip them behind the tiles, they'll set, and then we'll have a permanent shelf, one there and one about there. So shampoo bottles, etc. Yeah, and we've got the cutouts for the actual shower mixer tap. Now we're going to leave that for today, let that all go off, and then we'll carry on tomorrow. We'll have a quick clean down, and yeah, continue tomorrow. I'm actually going to stop there, even though I've got a bit of muck left in the bucket, because this adhesive is full of, I think it's bits of adhesive that have gone off in the bag. Whether the bag's out of date or has been damp, I don't know, but there's loads of these. So I'm just going to throw this mix, what's left of this mix away. There's not that much, but I'm pulling them out every couple of trowelfuls, so we'll throw this away. I think I've got another bag, so I'll make up a new mix, and then we'll get some more done. But yeah, can't carry on with this. You're just constantly picking bits out, and if you miss one, the tile's going to rock when you try and put it on the wall. Right, we're moving on with the tiling in the shower area, but I've made a mistake. Because I was trying to get this corner done, I sort of built up the corner. I thought, right, that's great, I can work out from that. But what I didn't realise was that this wall is actually not quite vertical. It's only a couple of millimetres top to bottom, but it's made a difference. And what's happened is, these are level, perfectly level. That's great. These are into the corner. Now unfortunately, because it's a couple of degrees difference, it's meant that there's a line opening up here. And because I did these first, I didn't have the opportunity to correct these. I could have moved them in and kept them all straight, but my fault, I should have been more careful. But how I'm going to get around it is that we were always going to put a coloured grout in this anyway. So what I'll do is I'll take some white grout and I'll mix in some tints. Now, you can buy these little bottles of liquid and you just mix them up. I've got a blue and a green, and I'm going to try and match these sorts of colours for the grout line. And what that'll do is it'll basically make it disappear. This is inside the shower. It's going to be a glass wall here, so you're not directly going to see it, but I'll know it's there, and it's annoying more than anything else, because I could have fixed it if I'd have thought ahead a little bit more. But mistakes happen, and it's also how you deal with things as well. So yeah, we'll move on, and we'll sort of hide it, but we can't really fix it without taking these tiles off, and I don't really want to do that. These shelves are fitted in place now, and basically I'm lazy and I want to get away with this. So anyway, let's get some more tiles up. The other thing as well is, now that we're above the level where the water will be getting sprayed, there's not so much need to back butter the tiles. So you can just put the adhesive on the wall and then put the tiles on. You don't need to back butter the tiles once it's in a dry area. They're the same as the white ones I used in the kitchen. Absolutely fine with just putting the adhesive on the wall and then fitting the tiles. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to put a couple of tiles here, and then we'll cut that one and we'll get it to match up, and then we'll fill that corner in as well, and we'll try and move across. As I mentioned before, the mistake I made while I'm doing the tiling and lining up all the edges has meant that we've got a wider grout line than I'd have liked. Now, we were always going to use a coloured grout in it anyway, but this means that I'd like to try and get the grout as close to the colour of the tiles as possible. That will make that wide grout line look a lot smaller. So, what we've done, we've got some grey grout. We're starting with grey grout because it's a bit duller. And we've got some paint tints, and we'll try and match it to the colour of the tiles. We'll try and make enough up to do the whole job in one go, but what I'll do is I'll make up as much as I can, and then later on I'll use it starting at the top and work down, and then any stuff at the bottom, if we have to make up another batch, if it doesn't quite match, you won't see it so much. So fingers crossed. Let's get on with this. This is an offcut of the tile, so what we're aiming for is, say, somewhere around this or this colour, ideally somewhere there. So if we can match close to that, we'll be doing all right. This is just, it was water, and I was making a little batch to try and sort the colour out. So this has got some of the dye in, but it'll just help towards it. Right, I'm not going to have time to mess around with this, so it's a case of getting it straight on and move on. Right, I tried to be as careful as I can because I'm going to have a real difficulty trying to match this grout up again. So, been over every line that I can see, and I can't find any gaps. Some will appear later, I know that, but yeah, fingers crossed we got them all. Right, we won't get cleaned up, and then we'll clean this floor up because I don't want this blue stuff to stain any of the tiles or anything. Well, there you can see the joint it's not disappeared, but it's a lot less noticeable. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Right, this is the next day after we've done the grouting. You can see it's left this haze. That's perfectly normal. Just take this is a t-shirt I was wearing yesterday. And just polish it off, and it should come off very easily. Don't know what it is, whether it's my camera or just the light that's coming in, but these look very grey. I mean, in real life, they're really quite a darkish greeny blue. Well, I decided to take advantage of the sunny weather today. It's been raining for about a week and it's due to rain for about another week. So yeah, today's glorious. We've taken the rotavator, we've taken all the fabric off the vegetable patch and rotavated the whole lot. We'll put the weed fabric back on and that'll sort of just keep everything suppressed. Diane will be planting through the weed fabric and leaving it in place. Because, yeah, you're tired, love. Poor thing, she's been doing the lawnmower while I've been doing the digging and stuff. You okay?
Yeah, I got plastered with grass.
She's planted the camellia that we got from Dave and Jen at I Want a Lemon. So that's now in the garden. Hopefully that'll catch. It's a gorgeous looking plant. So if that grows, we'll have a nice feature. Well, thank you very much, Dave and Jen.
Panting in the background.
Yeah. We had another visitor as well, another YouTube couple, Phil and Jane from Hotkeys, Portugal. They have a place up near Coimbra and they came down to have a look and see what we're doing, and I'm sure in a week or two we'll probably nip up to there and have a nosy around their place. But they've got a much larger property, not so much with the house but a lot of land with it, so very similar things but on a different scale. So yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a little clip here.
I bet these people off the telly.
Lovely couple, Phil and Jane.
I remember.
I remembered. I'm terrible with names, I really am. To be honest, I had to look your name up this morning.
No, terrible.
Because I'm thinking, Michael? Phil?
Fred.
Derek? No, it wasn't Derek.
There's a lot of us about.
Oh no, wait, Felipe and Eugenia.
Yeah.
Our Portuguese names.
Oh, right.
Exotic.
Our Portuguese aliases because the
You
neighbours
can't cope with Jane, so I'm Eugenia now.
But no, it's brilliant to come out and see another version of the sort of thing we subscribe to when we come out, because it's, yeah, so you've got livable, but it needs a bit of work.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more land.
Complete wreck.
And it's two sides of the same coin. It's because
Well, Phil and Jane have a YouTube channel themselves. Hotkeys Portugal, isn't it?
Portugal.
Go along and have a look at them, because very similar to what we're doing. Different layout, different ideas, but
Oh yes,
it's the same principle.
we've been here about the same time a bit, really.
And nicking inspiration, right, left, and centre.
Oh yeah, we all do.
That kitchen worktop has got me going. That's
Thank you.
I'll be having that.
And I say, I need security slippers.
Great to see you guys, and lovely
come and
hospitality.
see us
Thanks so
sometime
much for
soon.
welcoming us.
Oh, lovely. We'll have to come down and see yours as well.
Yes.
Of course you will.
I'd like to.
Yeah, come and have a tour.
Thanks very much, Phil. Right, we'll crack on and get some more work done. I'll see you soon. Bye.